Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Armie Hammer's mom, Drew Hammer, reflected on where she stands with her former daughter-in-law, Elizabeth Chambers. I had a call with Elizabeth, Drew said on the Monday, July 29th, episode of the Outlier podcast. And I said, look, the divorce is over. As far as I'm concerned, bygones are bygones, and I love you, and I forgive you for anything that you might have done to hurt Armie because you were hurt. I understand, I've been there, and I ask you to forgive me if I've ever done anything that's hurt you. Armie, 37, and Chambers, 41, split in 2020 after a decade of marriage. The pair, who share daughter Harper, 9, and son Ford, 7, finalized their divorce 3 years later. Drew explained that after Armie and Chambers' breakup was settled, she reached out to the entrepreneur to get on good terms for the sake of their family. Now we have a beautiful relationship, Drew gushed. I go see my grandchildren and they're the love of my life. I would never let anything get in that way if it was humanly possible. Drew shared that forgiveness was very important to her because of her religious background. That's what God teaches us to do, she reflected. In a recent interview with Piers Morgan, Armie opened up about how cheating played a role in his split from Chambers. I mean, infidelity was a key factor, and I told her that I was unfaithful, the actor said on the July 19th episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored. I got to a point where I realized I was becoming someone I didn't recognize and didn't want to be, and then I came clean to my wife at the time and told her what was going on. Armie admitted that Chambers' reaction to his confession was appropriate. A lot of anger, a lot of betrayal, a lot of hurt, and a lot of pain, which I caused. I mean, that's on me. We tried working on our marriage for a while after that, he recalled. We spent a considerable amount of time in couples therapy and trying to work through our issues. As we continued to work through them, it just became clear that the damage had been done. I had done the damage. It was a dark, painful time. While the twosome didn't end on good terms, Armie shared that he and Chambers have worked on strengthening their co-parenting relationship. We've worked through a lot of stuff together, he explained. We are able to put our children first and foremost. I would say that, in a big way, bygones are bygones. It was a messy, murky time and I think nobody puts their best foot forward in those times. While in the middle of his divorce, Armie was accused of inappropriate behavior by several women in 2021. The women alleged they received graphic text messages from Armie about his sexual fantasies, including rape, mutilation, and cannibalism. Armie denied the allegations. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office confirmed in June 2023 that it was not moving forward with the sexual assault charges after a 2-year investigation. Earlier this month, Armie confessed that he has worked on himself following his public struggles. I'm happier than I've ever been in my entire life, he said on a July episode of Bill Maher's Club Random podcast. The good place only comes from walking through hell. The Golden Globe nominee credited therapy and rehab for helping him combat an addiction to drugs, alcohol, and sex. Therapy for me has been a life changer. I needed an adjustment, he added. Here's what I think would have happened had none of this gone on. The cataclysmic tectonic shift in my life wouldn't have happened. My life would have kept going exactly as it was, and I know that would ultimately only lead in one place, and that's death.